Reading chapter 17 of Swan Lake, Destined Path. In order to unlock this chapter, you need to have the Winter Ruby, which you can get. You can get the blueprint from 115, and you also need to have a Goodwill, at least a Goodwill level 7 up with Odwin and Aliotis. Aliotis plunges the dagger into his chest. Blood begins to pool at the dagger's hilt. Get the physician! Oh, fates of the twins forever intertwined. Odwin braces himself on the ground. With this ancient curse will always result in tragedy? This is your victory, Aliotis. There are no winners here. The gods have played a cruel trick on us. It's time for all this to end. Ugh. Don't die on me. Not after you made a mess of my life. I can no longer suppress my emotions. Things can't end like this because of me. The guilt will haunt me for the rest of my life. I'm sorry, Sunny. It had to be done. There's nothing to apologize for. You've done nothing wrong. I know you're going to say it's all my... Silence! I can't understand your anger, but it's not Aliotis' fault. I see you no longer fear me. Good. Now you can kill me without reservation. I loathe to kill Aliotis, but to die in the hands of my bride-to-be, now that's something worth remembering by others. Most of us make friends when we want to be remembered. We don't put on black robes and turn our twin brother into a swan. You chose a cycle of hatred and revenge. Enough. Don't speak like you know me. You're not the only one capable of discerning others' person's emotions. The physician is here, princess. Hurry, you have to save them. Signy, I know how you feel, Aliotis, but if you die, I'll never forgive myself. Please, you have to live for me, but... If he survives, I'll live as well. You know that, right? Saving an evil sorcerer loved by all. How selfless of you, Signy. Don't speak to me in that tone. If not for your misdeeds, no one would despise you. Aliotis is no match for me. Are you truly okay with being my bride? Stop fighting over me like I'm a prize. I'll decide who to marry. No one can change my mind. Just focus on staying alive. Aliotis slips into a semi-consciousness and Odwin follows soon after. Time is running out. The physician binds Aliotis' wounds and sends them to the hospital. Aliotis and Odwin both survive, but they need time to fully recuperate. After such a harrowing event, things begin to change for the better. You have done well, my dear. Our relations with the Kingdom of Glorion have never been better. They've even agreed to increase trade. I can't take all the credit. The chief minister helped me with economic matters. It wouldn't have gone as well without the princess's negotiation with Prince Fernanded. Fernanded was not difficult to deal with after he learned the truth. In fact, he seems rather ashamed of himself. He shouldn't be too hard on himself. Many have fallen victim to the sorcerer's schemes. No one would have expected Prince Fernanded to be hoodwinked by the sorcerer. I think he's now living with us. Are you certain we should have him here, my dear? Who knows if he'll decide to turn on us and his brother? I think Odwin has left that in the past. During their recovery, I arranged for both Odwin and Aliotis to be placed in the same room. I thought it would be a good chance for them to put aside their differences. A complete change is impossible, but he's finally opening up to others. I am constantly reminded of the state that he has left our kingdoms in. I wouldn't consider insult and boasts as opening up to others. He definitely needs work on his tone. I'm really surprised by some of the things he does to get others' attention. That is no surprise. All Odwin needs is some attention. Let's stop talking about the troublesome fellow. You have been cooped up in the study all day. It's almost time for dinner. I'll teach you more foreign trade tomorrow. The princess is already more than capable of handling such matters. He's right, father. I'll be fine on my own. Can't an old man spend more time with his daughter? It appears I am no longer needed around here. Why can't you take a hint, father? What are you talking about? Miss Roslin has been making tonics to help you with your recovery every day. Shouldn't you be spending more time with her? Is that so? You shouldn't keep a lady waiting. There's something else I need to be. Okay, you need warm and gentle clothes and the ring that I have previously mentioned. And you can get the blueprint by getting a perfect score in level 15 of Swan Lake. Okay, there's this dress, which you can get the blueprint by getting a perfect score on level 9 of Swan Lake. Let's see, what else is there that I have? You can get these earrings, which you can get from the Paverin's shop. You can get the blueprint. And then this, which you can get by encountering Miss Rosalind in Swan Lake. This one, of course, I've mentioned many times before. You can get it from level 15 of Swan Lake. And you can get the lamp by reaching Oddwin Goodwill level 5 to get the blueprints. And I have my cats to be overpowered, you know. And then there is the hair, which you can get from the Paverin's shop, and the boots, which you can also get from the Paverin's shop. The cool, crisp air perks me up instantly. It's been a while since I've been outside the castle. Leaves blanket the paths. The fall is already here. It's been a while. How have you been? It's good to see you, Your Highness. So you've learned my true identity. It was part of the ambush when the invaders attacked the castle. I see. The chief minister sent all the guards and soldiers there. I'm sorry for pulling you through that. An immense difference in numbers, the heavy casualties. It must have been tough for him. It's not your fault, Your Highness' fault. It is our duty to defend the kingdom and the royal family. Knowing it's you made it all worthwhile. I didn't mean to deceive you. All I wanted to do was sneak out of the castle. I have heard such a great deal about your accomplishments. You will make a fine queen, Your Highness. Thank you. I have always seen you as a friend. You don't have to be so formal with me. You are too kind, Your Highness. Now that I know you're a princess, there are certain formalities I must observe. It's getting dark. You should head back. You should make your way back to the castle, Your Highness. The guard stands resumably at his post. I can't help but feel like I've lost a friend. Then again, I am no longer needed to sneak out of the castle. On the journey to growth, loss is inevitable. My room's a mess when I return. The floor is covered in black and white feathers. It can only be them. Look, I made this for you, Siny. A magical dove adores an exquisite-looking lamp. Its warm glow brings me a sense of peace. Ardwin is now someone who uses magic to bring joy to others. I know you dislike crows, so I turned it into a dove. Isn't it pretty? What do you think? His eager tone reminds me of a child asking for candy. Day by day, the walls around his heart are coming down. What an adorable dove. And it even calls you like a parrot. I went with the dove because it looks better. Thank you, Oddwin. I like it very much. I made one with a rabbit, a squirrel, and a deer, and you can have them all if you want. We can hang them along the path to the forest. You won't have to fear the dark when you visit at night again. That's a good idea. It will definitely liven up the place. Perhaps not everyone sees me as just a princess. Since you're so fond of them, I'll get to work right away. Wait. I am grateful for the gift, but can you stop using Siny's room as a workshop? Look at the mess you've made. I can hear Aliotis grumbling as he picks up the feathers on the floor. It's none of your concern. Tidy up the room and leave us alone. Why would you interrupt? I see. You're jealous because Siny likes the gifts I made for her. You're responsible for this mess. If anyone should tidy up, it's you. Before you got here with your knickknacks, he'd made plans to discuss foreign matters tonight. Stop pestering her and clean up her room. I think Siny would rather explore the forest than speak about those dull matters. And don't forget that room is supposed to be mine. What are you going to do about it? Huh, are you going to stab me again? I chased them out of my room. Their attempts to one-up each other are becoming daily affairs. Aliotis helps me with more complicated state affairs, while Oddwin entertains me with his novel creations. They still don't get along, but it's far better than them trying to kill each other. That's not really much more I can ask for. The lithe hearth signals that winter is here, a time for feast and merrymaking. Your birthday is almost here, my dear. Now we can make amends. Because of me, your coming-of-age ceremony had been brought forward. It's fine, Father. A simple celebration will do. All I want is for everyone to have fun. Don't you worry, the guests will be taken care of, but we can settle for something simple considering Father gives the chief minister an odd look. There's an important matter that we have put off due to recent events, and now that they have been resolved, are you talking about? Yes, it's about your Highness's marriage. Don't worry, Sign. No one is forcing you to make a decision. Just follow your heart. The two brothers refused to leave the castle. Is there one you fancy? The thought of succeeding the throne has slipped my mind. Faced with the question, I no longer have no choice but to look without. Who do I choose, the gentle Aliotis or the quirky odd one? I choose Aliotis. Aliotis has been by my side ever since I was a little girl. Before I realized it, I've grown to rely on the Swan Prince. I couldn't keep him waiting. Congratulations, Sunny. You're truly all grown up now. This will be the happiest day of my life, Miss Rosslyn. There will surely be more happy times to come. I wish you and your prince a happily ever after. Thank you. The birthday banquet and my engagement ceremony will fill me with hope for the future. Will you dance with me, my princess? Gladly. I put my hand in his. We will start a new chapter of our lives together. Oh, isn't that so romantic? I know, Sunny. I've always dreamed of dancing with you. What about now? Does it meet your expectations? It's even better than I thought, my princess. Oh, it's so romantic. Aliotis is finally my husband. We live a blissful life and rule the kingdom together. As for Odwin, he lifted Aliotis' curse on the day of the wedding and was never seen again. Sometimes Aliotis and I would return to the forest. We'd gaze at the peaceful Swan Lake and hear the familiar screech of an owl that's both eerie and cheeky. We live happily ever after. Oh, such a romantic ending with happiness. So if you guys like this read-along, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and like this video. And maybe comment down below if you'd like me to do another read-along, because I don't really plan on doing another read-along for another story.